Lovely, juicy, ripe red raspberries. If you are fortunate enough to have these bushes growing in your yard, what a treat it is when they are ripe and you can go out and harvest them. Raspberries are used in culinary dishes and the leaves are used in natural medicine. Is today's topic for the Preppy Herbalist. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years, and they've stayed around because they work. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that you like this video and give me a thumbs up and share with others and leave a comment. I love hearing from you. If you subscribe and click on the little bell, then you will receive an email from me telling you of our next class and giving you the link. If you've been watching my channel, my Health to Home classes and the Preppy Herbalist have been focusing on natural herbal remedies that you may even find in your own backyard. These have wonderful benefits. For the most part, they're actually free. Red raspberry is not only a delicious, but it is a wonderful antioxidant. This means that it can help with our health path. They may protect against diabetes, cancer, obesity, arthritis, and other conditions, and may even provide help against anti-aging or early aging. Raspberries are easy to add to your diet and make a tasty addition to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and even dessert. My sister has raspberries growing in her yard, and she has two pickings. She loves to make desserts with them or just eat them as is. You can freeze them on a cookie sheet so that they stay separated and then put them in baggies later on. Or you can pop them into smoothies and make muffins any time of the year. If you have trouble with seeds and you simply can't tolerate, I don't like the seeds either. So what I do is I take a strainer and I'll sieve out the seeds so just the juice and pulp come through. In natural medicine, the leaves are what are used to support natural medicine and support health. So according to Dr. Mercola, the red raspberry leaves when brewed into a tea are high in potassium. Potassium deficiencies have been linked to high blood pressure and is a high risk for heart disease. And according to Dr. Andrew Weil, red raspberry leaves are an excellent source of antioxidants and have been used for centuries in folk medicine, most commonly for women's reproductive health concerns. The first recorded therapeutic use of red raspberry leaf dates back to 1597. So again, thousands of years. So a study published in Food Chemistry indicates that raspberry leaves contain flavonoids and phenolics that have antithrombotic effects. Now, antithrombotic means that it reduces blood clots. So many natural foods have flavonoids and phenolics and are often used to support better blood development. The red color is associated with heart and blood due to the antioxidant lycopene. Eating a variety of colors is going to give you many specific antioxidants that can help support health. We all know about eating carrots for eye health, and the reason for that is the beta carotene orange that is found in carrots have been studied and proven to support eye health. Other red foods that support better blood health are watermelon, beets, pomegranates, cherries, and red apples. What fruit do you love that is red and might have specific organ support? Well, I love making jam. I have a plethora of jam. But recently I've come across some really great recipes that are low in sugar. And although you don't use much jam, I mean, it's not like you're sitting down to eat a half a cup of jam, it's still a concern to have that much sugar compared to the fruit. And in the recipe, I'll leave a link in the description below for a recipe that I'm anxious to use for raspberries that includes only 3/4 cup of sugar and a cup of honey. And honey is supposed to be much better for you. So, but worse than sugar is high fructose corn syrup, and almost all the commercial jam makers use this product. It is far cheaper, but some of the studies show that it has a worse effect on our blood sugar levels. So you might look into one of the things that it worsens is your triglyceride level. So if you're having trouble with high triglycerides, you might look into the liquid drinks that you're doing, like Gatorade and pop. Almost all of them use the high fructose corn syrup. So you definitely don't want to continue with those if you want to try and get your triglycerides within manageable levels. So those little packets of jelly that you see in the restaurants all have high fructose corn syrup in it, and they really pale in taste. If you closed your eyes, you probably couldn't tell what flavor you were putting on your bread. So the reason for my Health to Home and Preppy Herbalist series is to help people understand the natural medicines are all around you, and that switching up sometimes is a very easy thing to do. But first of all, you have to know that what you're doing may be detrimental to health. So some of these herbs that I've talked about can be found in your own backyard, and making a tea or making a remedy from them is extremely easy and beneficial. You know, sometimes your medicine chest is your own backyard. So in red raspberries, you want to harvest the leaves during the spring. So right now, before flowers emerge, and if the flowers are just starting to emerge, it's okay. But at every level, the energy changes. In the first level in spring, all of the energy is coming up to make those gorgeous leaves. So when you are going to use the leaves for medicine, you want the most energy in it. Now, it's fine. You can pick the leaves at any time if it's not convenient for you to pick them in spring. Um, but the closer to fall you get, the less phenol and energy will be in those leaves. So when you do get red raspberry from a manufacturer, you want to make sure that that manufacturer knows the proper picking time. And I'm going to go into that in just a minute. So when you're going to dry the leaves, you can wash them and dry them with a paper towel, and then you can put them in the oven at the lowest temperature. Some ovens have a proofing temperature that might be more appropriate, but basically the higher the temperatures, the more you're going to kill the benefits of the leaf. So air drying is sometimes good. If you have a food dehydrator, then by all means use that. But the best thing is to try and keep your temperature below 120. And you want to keep checking it. If you have a dehydrator that has trays, you might want to take the bottom tray and rotate it up to the top tray so that it evenly distributes the heat. So after it's cool, then you can put them in a jar and food save it, or you can put it in a dark jar and save it for later on. The more you crunch the leaves, the more of the oil that is released. So I like to pulverize the leaves just before I make the tea. And that way it works much better for getting the volatile oils out of the leaves at the time you want to drink it. So you want to brew the tea for about 15 minutes if you're making a medicine. I like to add dried comfrey and mint to mine because that bumps up the calcium and supports good bone health. So red raspberry leaf is high in minerals and vitamins A, B, and C, along with the antioxidants as mentioned before. So a plant's energy, basically it comes up in the spring, and this was the second year cane, and this is the cane that you're going to get your flowers and your raspberries from. So when the raspberries are ready to pick, then you want to look to the first year cane because the energy will still be going to the leaves and not to the berries. And then also there's what's called a daughter plant. The daughter plant comes in and starts another plant. And from that plant, there can be suckers that more will come off of. But this second year cane is the cane that's going to produce the berries. And over here you can see the old cane and the new cane. So after the berries are picked and you have picked your second harvest, then you can come in and cut that down, get rid of that. You can create more openness by doing that. Excuse me. So now if you don't want to go through that or you don't have raspberry bushes, one of the ways you can get it is in capsule form. And you can still make a tea. The capsules are easily opened and you can put them in a tea ball or just dump the tea into the teapot and then use a little strainer as you pour it into your cup. These are the old-fashioned ways of making tea. You make it in bulk, open leaves without the bag, and then strain it later. A red raspberry is also known as an astringent herb. This means it helps to shrink things. So this classification of herbs are known for their ability to tighten and tone. So many women have used red raspberry to support a healthier menstrual cycle. It slows the bleeding down and it can help in helping the uterus to tone, but during the early cycles, you don't want to use a lot of it because it can cause the uterus to contract, and that can create problems. So toward the end, it's excellent. So toning that uterus and getting it ready. And then after the birthing, it helps to shrink and get the uterus back into shape again and tone it. So it's a wonderful female herb. And it is, the leaves provide antifungal and antiviral activity against various pathogens, including herpes simplex virus 2, which is the genital herpes, vaccinia virus, which is cowpox, in cell cultures, as well as Coxsackie virus, influenza virus, poliovirus 1, and reovirus 1. So lots of viruses have been studied with using red raspberry as a remedy. And in France, red raspberry leaves are considered a tonic for the prostate gland. So it is helpful for both male and female reproductive systems. And I'll leave a link in the description below for a 25% discount coupon that you can try it for yourself. And it comes in 90 capsules. And I think the recommended dose is 3 a day. So hopefully you won't scratch yourself when you're picking raspberries, but if you do, because of the astringent qualities, you can make tea and put a clean cloth, and saturate it and just rub it over it. It not only helps to deal with the pain, it'll stop the bleeding, and it will help quicken the healing benefits, the skin, protecting the skin, keeping it from bacteria and any viruses that might get in. If you have a really bad puncture and you want to continue doing the picking, just pick off a leaf, chew on it, and take that leaf, wad it up with your spit, and put it on the puncture. And immediately it will start healing and it will stop the itching. There are little hairs that get into the skin, and that's what causes the itching. A lot of people think it's because they're allergic to the raspberry, but basically it is due to the fact these little hairs get into the skin. So I hope you find some time for red raspberry and add it to your cooking and healing regime. Capsules are easy to take. They're great for children who are dealing with a cold, or flu, fever, diarrhea, or vomiting. Like I said, the capsules can be opened. You can actually dump the capsules into applesauce and have the child take it that way, or you can make a tea with honey and lemon. Red raspberry leaves are also rich in silicon, which helps to strengthen bones, nails, teeth, hair, and promotes healthy skin. So this is one reason I like to blend it with the comfrey, because comfrey is known as the bone knitter. So anytime I've had a sprain or I have a client that has a fracture, I recommend doing raspberry and comfrey tea because it really is a wonderful, soothing element. And you can add either lemon or mint to it to make it more palatable. So when pruning these vines, you can use it for healing those wounds that you get. So if you have some specific questions and they're more personal, I welcome you to email me, Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com. And like I said, if you could like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos so that other people can know that there's a pharmacy all around you. You just really have to understand how to use them and what they're used for. Sometimes they're just popped into salads. My violets are wild and growing all over, and I love to pick those violets and put them in salads. And the blooms actually have wonderful healing benefits of their own. And remember the rainbow of colors, because when you can pick different colors and add them to your salads, you're going to get a different antioxidant that supports specific things in your body. So I hope you found this presentation valuable and that you share it with others. I will leave the links for the jam and the the articles that I've mentioned in the description below. And I would love to hear from you on what herbs you'd like to hear about. I do have over 100 of these videos now in my YouTube channel. So you just click on the videos and a lot of them will come up, and more if you click on the more button. So get control of your health by focusing on herbs and healthy eating. Make this the best spring yet, and be thankful for the people and the flowers and the nature all around you. And thank you for viewing. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the Health of It.